Masai warriors? Yes, they live with us. They are human beings. They only dress differently and they come from another community. In Kenya, we have 42 communities. Call them tribes if you want. 42. And therefore, one of them is the Maasai. And Maasai warriors are young men who can fight. In one of the books that we have delivered to Middlewich High School, there is a story of a Maasai warrior who could kill a lion because they're so strong, so fierce, they run so fast, they hunt, they are communal hunters, and they keep animals. They are pastoralists. Yes, come again?
Is it true that they can jump up to 7 feet high?
Sorry?
Is it true that they can jump up to 7 feet high?
And they jump 7 feet up in the air.
Oh yeah. They're so strong and light, so they can jump and jump and jump and jump very, very high, and they can take long jumps across rivers. Yes?
Is there a KFC?
Nice and loud.
Is there a KFC?
What's it?
KFC, well, there's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Whether we have?
It's a fast food chain called Kentucky
Oh yeah, oh
Fried
yeah.
Chicken.
We have fast food where you have quick chips, quick chicken, quick fish, and you have it. But we call it. We have some of them on the motorways and large supermarkets where you can go and you can have that very quickly. Thank you. Yeah.
What do you have for your school dinners?
School.
School dinners. What's the school dinner?
Oh, there's sports. Yeah.
Our school is a day school. Students come and go home. So we do not have. Do you ask dinners?
She means lunches.
Yeah. We have lunch at noon, and we normally serve the stuff we call ugali. That is corn flour mixed with hot water, and then we serve it with vegetables. There are times when we serve the same corn mixed with some beans, and then there are also times when we serve rice with some beef and some vegetables. Yeah? Yes?
What do you do when somebody gets caught with a mobile phone?
What do you do?
When someone's been caught with a mobile phone?
Oh yeah, please answer that one.
That has been a very common question. You are a fourth group we are meeting since morning, and it has been a very, very common question that everyone is asking. I could like us to understand that we are not like very hostile and we not understanding. But the school rules, like in Middlewich High School, the regulations, the requirements of the school are that no student should come to school carrying a mobile phone or with a mobile phone in his pocket or in her pocket. You are not allowed. It's banned. All the schools in Kenya. It's not only Kilimo High School. And therefore, just like if you come late to school, there are consequences. You may be punished. If you do not do your homework, there are consequences. You may be punished. Equally, if you come to school carrying a mobile phone, there are consequences, and you will be punished. And how do we punish you? We do not take away your mobile phone from you. We do not throw it away from you. But because you have carried a mobile phone to school, which is against the school rules, we will ask you to destroy it. You put it on a hard surface like a stone, we'll provide you with a hammer, you smash it. Your own mobile phone. Why? Because students in Kenya and all over the world, including Middlewich High School, will take a lot of time looking at the mobile phone, searching for sites, going to the social media, sending not very good messages, and that time could have been valuable time used to study. Just like even in your own home, you don't sit down watching television the whole day, do you? Do you sit down watching television the whole day at home? You don't. There are times times to watch television, and there are times to do some homework. There could be some time to help in the house chores as you grow up, because you must grow up as a whole person. So in a nutshell, we do not allow students to carry mobile phones to school, and if they carry them to school, the punishment is they destroy them. However, it doesn't happen every morning, it doesn't happen every day. Once we destroy one mobile phone, probably it's going to take us another 1 year or 2 terms to find another student. I must say very quickly that occasionally they sneak them to school. Some of them could be walking with them in silent mode. You can't hear them ringing and carrying them. But if we catch them, they will destroy them.
Anyone else have a question?
Yeah?
How long is your school day?
How was your school day?
Yeah, our school day starts at 6:45 and it ends at 5. 6:45 and ends at 5. We have remedial lesson 1 hour from 6:45 to around 8. Then classes will start at 8 and we shall go for 2 lessons. We shall go for a short break, then go back for another 2 lessons. We go for a long break, for another for a long break. Then we go back in for another 2 lessons. Then we break for lunch at around 12:30. And then we have a short break of a lunch hour when we still can do remedial. We visit the library. Then after that, we shall go back for another 2 lessons. Then break, then another 2, then 1, up to 4. Then we go for games or clubs or societies. And then after that, that's 5, we all go home.
So we do 9 lessons.
Yeah.
And because there are so many lessons, taking 40 minutes each, we have to take a long time. And we have to come early and leave late. Another question?
No.
Fine.
What's the weather like in Kenya?
What's the weather like?
In our country, we do not have seasons like you have the springs, the winter, the autumn. We don't have, but we have wet seasons. That is from April, May, June, around there. Then we have short rains, August, September, and then we have a dry period, December, January, February. That's how our weather is like.
Yes? More questions?
Is petrol more expensive in Kenya or in England?
Oh, petrol is terribly expensive in England. Terribly. I think 84 could be something like almost going to half a pound. What's a half a pound?
50p.
Yeah, 50p. Petrol 1 liter is like 50p. Very cheap petrol. But even in England now, petrol is a bit cheap. But very interestingly, you can go to some food chains and water can be more expensive than petrol. Ridiculous. Water can be more expensive in certain food chains or eating places, eateries, more than petrol. So petrol, I find petrol in England to be, when I convert that to our Kenyan money, this is, I've been showing this note. This is 100 shillings, and this can give you like 1 liter of petrol, and you can have something. You can have your change back, but this is far below 1 sterling pound, 1 English sterling pound. This is much cheaper. This is very little money when compared to, you have a very strong currency as England or as United Kingdom. So petrol is extremely expensive. When you compare the 2 currencies, it's very expensive compared to our country. Yes?
What type of sandwiches is it that you get when you're bringing homework on your next day?
students who fail to finish their assignments, or they even come to school late, or even do other things that are prohibited in the school, we have some forms of punishments that are tailored towards accomplishing that which they didn't accomplish. For example, if a student doesn't do the homework or finish the homework, first and foremost, he has to do it, he has to finish it. Either we'll be doing it outside, we'll be thrown out of the classroom to go and do it. And if he comes to school late, there's some punishment we give, like they clean their compound, the environment, they're the people who will do that. And if it becomes a continuous thing, sometimes we look for the guidance and counseling assistance. We want to establish why this child comes to school every now and again comes late. And sometimes we even involve the parent, because this child is coming from home and the child is getting to school late. So we would want to know whether the parent knows, is aware that this child gets to school late, and maybe might give us the information. But we try to help the child, and at the same time we give some form of punishment to make him or her get serious with the homework, get serious with the school time, and all those kind of things.
Now, one thing you need to understand, in Kenyan schools, virtually all schools, school children clean their classrooms. They mop them, they sweep them clean, and they keep the pavements clean, but they don't like it. Students can also keep their flowers, the flower beds. They can go clean them and do some weeding. They do that. They don't like it. And because they don't like it, it can be part of the punishment. You can clean a class. You can be given a studio like this. You mop it and you clean it. And a teacher will come and say, yeah, you have done well. So I think one thing that I've liked about your school, and I think England schools, and we don't do it very much, is this item of monitoring and trying to see if you're not behaving well, you're not doing your homework well, then you can be recorded, you can be recording and trying to show from the classroom level to the pastoral level, and probably before you get to the level of meeting the head teacher, you could have been given a lot of chance. I think that is very good. I like it. I'll ask Madam Amy and your other teachers, Charlotte, everybody to give me a copy, and we already have a copy. I think it's a very good thing. But that's how you can be punished. You do something that you don't like. I know here you are detained in school, which is a good thing. But because our students go very far, detaining them in our system is not very good, because you can detain somebody who is going to do like 10 miles or 15 miles away from school and might not get home in good time. So we punish them within the school time so that we deny them some opportunities. For example, another form of punishment. If you are going out for a tour, like we had a number of students coming to Kenya for a tour during the World Challenge with Andy McAdam and Steve Weissman. If that student comes over to Kenya and misbehaves, then he is banned from going out for any tour. So being banned for 1 term, 2 terms, you don't travel out of school, is a form of punishment. So there are many forms of punishment. More questions? Yeah, Fabak?
What kind of sports do you do?
Yeah, in our school, Kenyan schools, we have a variety of sports. We are known to be very good in athletics. That one is worldwide. So there are a lot of athletics. We play ball games like volleyball, football, netball, handball. We also do hockey.
The districts, we do compete within the county. We compete within zones. Zones has fewer schools in one region. So they come together and they compete and they make points, and we have champions, they have trophies, they have certificates. So we do that. More questions?
What is your local language you speak in Kenya? What is the local language you speak?
In Kenya, the local language or the national language is Kiswahili. Jambo, habari yako. That is the local language. But we also, and it's a compulsory language. It has to be taught in all Kenyan schools, right from the lowest level to secondary school. Then we also teach and speak English. It's also a national language, and it's also compulsory. It's taught from nursery school to all the way to secondary school. But we have those are the languages from different communities. Yeah.
We teach a bit of French also now, and there is Chinese language which is coming up in Kenya as well. So then we also have those many spoken languages which we have there. Any more questions? Yeah.
What type of school trips do you have?
Geographical trips to go and see the geographical areas. We also have trips, historical trips, to go and visit certain historical sites. We also have mathematical trips for competition from one school to the other. You go and do mathematics in another place with other students. So those are the trips. Sightseeing, wildlife trips. People go into the wilderness to see giraffes, elephants, and buffaloes, and all that. They visit lakes. So they're basically educational and learning trips. People make trips to farms, big farms, tea plantations, to see. People go to the lake to see how fishing is done. People go to the airport to see the air transport. People will visit the railway stations to see how the railway transport is done. Construction sites to see how construction is done. Yeah?
Do you use computers in your lessons?
Computer.
Yeah, we teach, in fact we teach computer as a subject, an optional subject in our schools. We use them in schools, in offices, so it's a common thing of late. We are moving towards the use of computers in schools. However, we don't have them installed in classes like it is in your school. We are yet to get there, but there are computers and it is taught as a subject in a Kenyan schools.
Yeah, that's my son, and he's using a computer. Have it. Hold very carefully. Yeah, he's using a laptop, I think. Yeah, so they're there. We have them. Any more questions? Yes.
Sports days.
Yes, we have sports days. Once in, I think twice in a week. But we have a specific sports day once in a term, where we break school for a whole day, and we have 4 different houses, white, green, yellow, and blue, and we come together and we compete. We play. Thank you. We come together and we compete inter-house. We call it inter-house games, and the winners in our school, the winners will get a prize. They can enjoy a party. They can have several kilos of meat to roast and boil and eat and have fun. They can celebrate a small party after winning. More questions? We are here to answer questions. Yeah?
Do you have any animals walking into your classroom?
No, we don't have any animals coming into the classrooms. The animals we have in our country that are too many, they are found in game reserves and national parks. They are restricted by the government, so they don't come to the classrooms.
But we have some hotels also, which are in the game reserves. So the hotels in the game reserves, you can see, like I know there is a picture of some giraffes walking along just by the garden. But if they come, those will be stray animals. Those will be animals which have broken the fences of the game park, and the game rangers, people who would take care of animals, will come and drive them back to the game parks, because they can injure people who are walking by, or the villagers, or the people who live in that vicinity. And the naming, they are taught in English. Therefore, we encourage use of more English as a medium of communication. Yeah?
Do you have like any half terms or something?
Yes, yeah. It's asking whether we have any half terms. When we came here last week, our students were doing mid-term examinations. We call it CAT, Continuous Assessment Tests. So when we came this way, after they finished the CAT, the exam, then they left for half term. So there is a half term for 3-4 days break, not a long time really, 3, 4, 5 days, and they come back to school. Yes?
Do you see any snow where you live?
Snow, we see snow.
In our country, there's no snow. There is
At
no
all.
snow at all.
There's a bit of snow on Mount Kenya because it's very high, and Mount Kilimanjaro, which is part of Tanzania. Our country doesn't snow at all. We have never seen snow. There was a question here. There was somebody here.
What do you do for entertainment?
Yeah, we go into films. We watch television. We watch Manchester United play. I'm a Manchester United supporter. Who supports Man U? Yeah, we are doing well, fine, thank you. But we lost yesterday. It's a shame, but we will spring back and win again. So we watch television. We watch matches, even the European League, the FA Cup, the La Liga, Italian League, German League, Spanish League. That's part of entertainment. But we watch films. We sing. We go to discos for dancing, not for children really, but for elder men and women, and then you have fun. That's what we do. You want us to have a last one, Amy?
Yeah, last question.
Yes.
Do you do rugby?
They rugby.
My son?
Yeah.
No, my son plays rugby, a lot of rugby. My son Bill plays a lot of rugby. He plays for a local team. And in Kenya, rugby is now a serious team. I think we have beaten England once, yes? We have beaten England. Kenya beat England in rugby. You know that? Yesterday, England lost cricket to Bangladesh, right? So we play rugby, and we have a very good rugby team in Kenya. Very, very good. Very strong men. They run and run and run and run. Thank you.
Right, year 8, can we have a massive, massive round of applause for them?